Good morning, Cheryl Bishop here, founder of Resilient Women in Business. I like to pop in here on Monday mornings to motivate, inspire, and educate you. Here I am, come from today. I'm in Hope, British Columbia. I'm assisting my dad. He's not feeling very well, so I'm helping him out in his office. And so I wanted to come to you this morning to talk about Eat the Frog First. And I have a little story to share with you to assist you why you need to eat the frog first. And if you've never heard that term, there's actually a book out there, Eat the Frog First, meaning do the tough thing first. Now, the story goes, when I used to work in an office a few years back, we had made a rule that every morning we get together at 9 a.m. with the entire team, and we would sit down and every single person would share their top 3 priorities of the day that they must get done before they leave at 5 p.m. So that was the rule that we made in the office. So each person gets to say, my top 3 priorities of the day is, and then we all hear it so that we can assist each other to stay accountable. Excuse me. So what ended up happening, it was a Monday morning, was our finance person that came in, and she had mentioned her first priority a Monday morning was to call Mr. So-and-so. Okay. And then she had 2 other things on her priority list. Tuesday morning comes, and on her priority list is I have to call Mr. So-and-so. And I'm thinking, okay, that's 2 days in a row. Day 3, Wednesday morning, she comes and says, I still have to call Mr. So-and-so. So after the meeting, I went into her office and I asked her, what's going on? You've had this person on your priority list now. Here we are, day 3, Wednesday morning. And you know that the rule that we've all committed to is that we are to complete our priorities before we leave that day. And so I said to her, what's going on? Why is it you're not calling this Mr. So-and-so? And she said, well, because I don't like confrontation. And I know he's going to give me confrontation. I looked at her and I said, well, how do you really know that? How do you actually know that that client is actually really going to give you confrontation? And she looked at me, she says, well, I guess I don't really know. I'm just creating the story in my mind of what the client's going to say. I said, I live from clarify, verify. Are you sure that that's the truth? Maybe this client isn't even going to give you any confrontation. So she looked at me and I looked at her and I said, so what are you going to do? She was going to call him right now. I said, awesome. So I walked out of her office down to my office. And not even 5 minutes later, she comes down to my office. She goes, I can't believe it. He didn't even give me confrontation. So the moral of the story is, here's what's happened to this finance lady. She ran the finance in the office, is that for Monday, she had this weight on her of, oh, I got to call Mr. So-and-so. I got to call Mr. So-and-so. I don't want to call Mr. So-and-so because he's going to give me all this confrontation and I don't like confrontation. So she's created this story that all Monday it weighed on her. All Tuesday it weighed on her, probably even at home, because she didn't want to call this Mr. So-and-so. And by Wednesday morning, when she made the call, she felt so much freer. So I said to her, I bet you anything you were not as productive as you could have been Monday and Tuesday because you had this weight to call Mr. So-and-so. So it was a learning opportunity there. So think about for yourself, where is it in your business that you are not maybe calling Mr. So-and-so or doing something because you've created a story until you clarify and verify what is the truth. Is it really going to be that bad? Chances are it won't. And if it is, it's a learning opportunity. That's it. Nobody likes confrontation. There is no human being on this planet that goes, give me some more confrontation, I eat this up. There's nobody. The difference is people have learned how to persevere through that and really have come from a place of compassion for the client and understanding. That doesn't mean you have to bend any rules. It's just coming from a place of understanding. So I want to leave you with that today. I trust that supports you. Basically, eat the frog first. I can tell you that this woman in the office, if she would have called that client, Mr. So-and-so, Monday morning, she would have been a lot more productive all day Monday, all day Tuesday, probably even in the evenings. So think about that story when you've got something that's come up, maybe a story you're telling yourself about a client or about a project or whatever that is. All right. Mwah. Have a great week. Bye for now.